Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for a little while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm out in an area that I'm usually not out in, and I found some stuff to review. Yay! But anyway, folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I am wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, you already know. When I wear a super cool shirt, damn it, I'm compelled to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, I am wearing my Dragon Ball shirt once again. Which I've worn this one in a number of reviews now. It's a newer shirt that I've had for, I think at the time I'm doing this, maybe a couple weeks. It's just a great shirt, man. Like, you know, and I like getting to wear it. People go over there. I literally, as I was making my way through, grabbing the item I'm about to review, had a couple people be like, hey, and I'm like, hey. So, you know, but it's classic Dragon Ball, not Z, not GT, not Super. This is my personal favorite of the Dragon Ball universe, which if you're not familiar, it's a Japanese anime from the, I think the late 80s. I am a big fan of this, though I really need to go back and rewatch it, because it has been a very long time, but I've always just really enjoyed how much fun it was, and like just the adventure qualities of it, and I honestly like the fight scenes a lot better, in most instances. Just because, yeah, I don't know, I just always found them a little bit more engaging than some of the later stuff. Not all, but some of the later stuff where it really was just super move after super move. It was kind of like, meh. But anyway, folks, what am I reviewing for you? What are we doing here? Well, it's almost appropriate that I'm wearing something Japanese related because, well, folks, boom, we're reviewing sushi, which I've never reviewed on the show before, despite the fact that I enjoy some sushi very much. But this isn't just any sushi. I got this sushi at Meijer, which is a chain of supermarkets, and I pretty much never go to them because there's none that close to me. But because I'm out in this area, Meijer. Wait until you listen to the description. This is banh mi-inspired barbecue roll made with Jack Daniel's pulled pork. This might be the most American Japanese thing ever. Because they were like, let's take the format. And then, to be fair, you've also got some Vietnamese in there, too. This is a multicultural sushi roll. You've got the banh mi-inspired, which if you're not familiar, banh mi, it's a type of sandwich from Vietnam. It's pretty famous. I've actually reviewed some banh mi's on this channel. I'm just saying. Then you've got the fact that it's on, you know, it's a sushi roll, so you got the Japanese influence. And then you've got the fact that it's made with Jack Daniel's pulled pork. And it's just like, well, there we go. America! Let's take a look at this thing in all of its glory. Why is the sticker so long? The sticker is very long. Long sticker is long! Stop it. It looks like that. Sure, man. So, I do love me some sushi. It's not something I eat very often, but I do really like it. We got the chopsticks because we're going to be authentic with this monster. Let's give it a go. I'm not going to use any soy sauce or anything like that. We're just going to go straight with whatever the fuck this is. There's like some jalapenos and stuff on it too. Well, maybe just some peppers. I'm guessing that's the banh mi aspect. Which really, if it was banh mi inspired, it would have like pickled carrots, because that's like a big thing on the banh mi. Let's open it. Let's get it. Man, honestly, it's not too bad. I wasn't expecting it to be terrible or anything, but yeah, there's a little heat from the pepper. I like that. I mean, here's the thing, folks. It's obviously not authentic sushi. Clearly. Oh, and it cost me, I should say on the thing, it was, well, it says it was $10.99, but on the, when I actually rang it up, I think it was only $9.99, so I think it was like $10. Does it have an ingredients list? Pulled pork, cooked, spicy. I mean, yeah, it does, but it's like, it's all just this stuff. It doesn't have, like, all the other stuff. Anyway, I mean, look, I'm fortunate where I live near a Japanese marketplace. I've reviewed a bunch of stuff from there. It's called Mitsuwa. I can get really good sushi. Like, very, very good sushi. Pretty much whenever I want to, as long as I'm willing to make a little bit of a drive to go out there. I'm not always willing to go over there and make that drive. But sometimes, you know, especially if it's early in the morning or some shit, I'll go over there and I'll grab some bullshit sushi from Walmart or what the fuck ever, just as like a little fucking, you know, snack. Because like maybe I just don't want a McGriddle or some shit, you know? And it's fine. It does what it needs to do. This, to its credit, is about 1,000 times better than anything I've ever had from Walmart in terms of the way it works. But let's open it up. Let's get it again. And I will say, you can taste the Jack Daniel's influence. The barbecue sauce has a very distinct taste to it. I mean, man, oh man, with this, it's kind of hard to. I like it. I don't dislike it even a little bit. And like, yeah, it does seem ridiculous, and it's clearly not authentic, even in the slightest. But here's the thing. You can get sushi increasingly, you know, at a lot of places these days. And a lot of them, you know, they go over there, they dole them up with all kinds of sauces and stuff like that. You know, even those aren't particularly close to, like, authentic. Because they're just trying to give you more, you know, different options and stuff like that. That's basically what this is. Like, it's kind of overcrowded and a little bit ridiculous, to be sure. But fundamentally, it's still a sushi roll. The rice still tastes pretty decent for what it is. It's definitely not as good as, like, really good sushi rice, but it's, you know, it's workable. I actually like the textures and flavors that are going on. I like the fact that I've got the crunchy bits from the peppers, and I think these are radishes? Yeah, definitely a radish. You know, which doesn't offer a lot in the way of flavor, but it does give it a little something. Main flavors at play are the peppers, which again, they're giving a little flavor, a little heat, a little texture. I like all that. And then the fact that you have the barbecue pulled pork from Jack Daniel's. I will say, you don't get a lot of the pork. Like, it seems like you're really just getting like one little strip, and then everything else is kind of the actual eating experience. But again, I don't hate it. I have had so much worse sushi. So, here's the thing. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. As much as I expected to come into this and just be like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever, I feel like this is some sort of a war crime against the Japanese people and their cuisine, the fact of the matter is, it's like, look, you have to kind of view it from two ways. It's like, if I'm viewing it from an authenticity point, clearly it fails. It's you know, even the only thing about it that's really sushi-like is the overall composition. But at the same time, you know, there's elements of it that, you know, kind of, you know, a little bit sushi-esque, we'll call it that, sushi adjacent. So from an authenticity point, it's not real sushi. If you're coming into it expecting and wanting real sushi, which you shouldn't be anyway based off its description, but here's where I have to gauge it. I have to gauge it from a is it good to eat standpoint. And the actuality is yes, it's tasty, it's creative, I can actually see where all of the influences are coming in. I get the banh mi aspect of it. Like, again, I think they should have gone with some carrots. I think that would have really kind of put it over the edge, because like every banh mi I've ever had has had carrots in it. But I think that using what they did with the radishes, and especially with the peppers, that actually was a really nice addition. And it went over there and it gave it, some nice little heat to it. It has a lot going on. It has a lot of complexity, and it's just kind of a little bit wacky and a little bit fun, but at the same time, it's not outright ridiculous. Sounds ridiculous, but fundamentally, again, when you think about, like kind of modern sushi, especially here in America, it's not as batshit crazy as, it seems compared to some of the other stuff that I've had. It might be the weirdest conceptually, but in terms of the actual execution, it's just some fun tasting sushi with some Jack Daniel's flavor to it. And mind you, when I say Jack Daniel's flavor, I don't mean like a heavy alcohol flavor or anything. It gives like a certain emphasis to the sauce. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly whatever kind of sushi-tastic you want, whether it's the cheapo stuff, whether it's like the really good stuff. I would love at some point in time in my life to travel to Japan, and I would die. I would be broke within fucking not even 10 minutes of getting off the plane, just trying out all the different food and stuff like that. I know that's what would happen. But I would love to still, try it from its place of origin and everything. But in the meantime, I still have really good places around me, and well, yeah, I wouldn't grab this if I wanted authentic sushi. I'd still pick it up for fun, so. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. Every single day is its own struggle, and some days are real easy. Some days are real hard. Some days are just real hard for a long period of time. Sometimes you get those stretches. It is important, though, when we do run into those situations, we take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholes in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try yourself, maybe you're maybe you know how to make sushi. I sure shit don't know how to make sushi. Maybe you're going to come up with your own wacky sushi variants, and you're going to go over there and pitch them to other supermarket chains like Target and Butera's. Butera's still a thing? I don't know if they're still a thing. I haven't seen one in a while now. But maybe you're going to go over there, you're going to try that out, and maybe it's going to be like, okay, now go with me on this one. This one's got kangaroo meat and like a Dijonnaise type of sauce with, French Benedict influences. That sounds probably horrible, but I'm not going to lie, I would try and review the fuck out of that. So, Or conversely, like I said, just enjoy. And I will say this, if you've never had sushi, it depends on the person that you are and stuff. Some people don't like seafood, although this doesn't have any seafood in it, to be fair. I will say, I feel like especially with the kind of the older generation, not to rag on them or anything, but I feel like the older generation, there's still certain stereotypes when it comes to sushi. They're kind of still a little bit hesitant about it. Give it a shot. I think you'd be surprised. It's quite good. Anyway, bye.